question. What I suggest to students, take LCM method. Fractions writing will take more time, students. 4, 8, 12, 24. The number that is divisible by all of them, take 24. Take 24. Let the work be, students. Let the work be 24 units. I'm sure you can answer it. Come on, quick. Yes, please. Yeah, Surakshita, good. So students, let's see. A PQR can complete a piece of work in 4 days means, what is their 1 day's work? 1 day's work I want to write. Students, 1 day's work of P plus Q plus R means, students, it will be, you can see 24 by 4. Yes, 24 by 4, it is 6 days. 6 units, sorry. 24 units, no, 24 by 4, 6 units. Right, let's see, students, next. QRS. Q plus R plus S in 1 day will do how much work? They are taking 8 days means 24 by 8, they will do 3 units job. Students, next RSP. R plus S plus P in 1 day will do how much work means, students? 24 by 12, it is 2 units. Next, please, last. SPQ, students. SPQ, nice question it is actually. Will do how much work in 1 day means, students? S Kashyap. 24 by 24 days, 24 by 24, they will do 1 unit. They will do 1 unit work. So students, if you add all of them, see, if you add all these 4 equations, friends, right hand side it's okay, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 1, 12 units. But what is left hand side, students? You can see P comes 3 times, Q comes 3 times, R comes 3 times, S also 3 times, means it is 3 times of P plus Q plus R plus S. Come on, please. 1 day's work will be, students. So this is not 1 PQR, it is 3P. See, 3 people, 3 4s, 12 people. I have only 4 people. See, P is repeated 1, 2, 3. Q is repeated 1, 2, 3. R is repeated 1, 2, 3. S 1, 2, 3. See, so 3 times of their 1 day's work is 12 units means, students. S vanilla 3 4s, please. So friends, 1 day's work of PQRS is 1 day's work of PQR and S is, students, 4 units. But the question is how many days all of them can complete the work, means how many work, the work you are assuming how many units? 24 units is the work. 1 day's work, this is 1 day's work of PQRS is 4 units means how many days they take means, students? Number of days will be, students. It will be number of days, students, will be total work 24. Total work 24 by 1 day's work 4 units. You can say for 6. Yeah, 6 days it is. The answer is 6 days. Right? Any doubt? You can ask me, please. See, we are just assuming the work as 24. Sir, instead of 24, if I take some other number, I'll get a different answer. No, you'll get the same answer. Suppose you take 48 and do it, you still get the same answer. Then what happens? Total work is 48 units. 1 day's work, you will get 8 units. So 48 by 8, again, you get 6 days there. So total work is 24 units. This 24 units work they are doing in 4 days means in 1 day they are doing 6 units. These 24 units they are taking 8 days means in 1 day they are doing 24 by 8, 3 units. These 24 units they are doing in 12 days means 1 day 24 by 12, 2 units. These 24 work, these 3 people are doing in 24 days means in 1 day, 1 unit. So when you add all of them, 6 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 12 unit job is done by 3P, 3Q, 3R, 3S. 3 times of PQRS are doing 12 units means 1P, 1Q, 1RS will do 4 units work in 1 day. To do 24 units, how many days they require means 24 by 4, 6 days. Done? Right. Any doubt, you can ask me further. Okay. Students, if you are little alert with the data, you should just read the question and mark the answer, please. You can just see why I'm saying that. I'll tell you. As you read, you can answer. You don't need to do anything, please. Don't put even a dot on the paper, not required. Such a nice question it is. Yeah, Surakshita, I'll come back to you. 13th, we are already in 15th. So please, like that, the earlier also there were 2 questions. I will definitely come back to you. 13th question later. Right, students, look at this. So now 35 men to construct a road 15 km long in 240 days. He wanted to construct 15 km long road in 240 days. But that was his plan. But what he observed in 120 days, in 120 days, students, only these 35 men worked for 120 days and constructed how much road? What is the work they have done? Only 5 kilometers. Still, how many more kilometers they have to construct? 10 kilometers. So he wants to complete the work on time means out of 240 days, if 120 days gone, still you have 120 days time. So in 120 days, these 35 men will complete 5 kilometers means in the same time, student, the time is same here, ignore it. To complete 5 kilometers in 120 days, I need 35 people means, tell me, to complete 10 kilometers, double the work, don't you need double the people? Because days are same, 120, 120. So you need 70 people. You need 70 people. So, but the question is asking how many extra men are required means, so I have already 35. You need 35 extra men to complete the work. Done? Yes, please. I repeat, 35 men worked for 120 days and completed 5 kilometers work. Total time is actually 240. You're left with another 120 days time. He wants to complete the work on time. So now in 120 days time, these 35 men cannot complete. Why? They are doing only 5 kilometers. Still, I want to construct another 10 kilometers work means, students, another 10 kilometers work need to be completed means. So you can see the work left over is double. So you need double the people. Right? Yes, please. Students, I'm sure you know in time and distance, time and work, you might have learned M1 D1 H1 by W1 equals to M2 D2 H2 by W2. This formula you might have learned. Right? So students, whatever is given, you can use it. Suppose RC is not there, don't use it. See, a certain number of men can finish it in 60 days. So let's say M men can complete the work in 60 days. This is the number of men, this is the number of days. If 10 more men join, I have M plus 10 people. The existing job can be done in 50 days. So what is the number of men originally? What is this M value means? Students, hours and work is not there in this formula. What you can say, students, M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2. M1 is M into D is how much? 60 equals to M2 M plus 10 into D2 is how much? 50. But you can see, students, 0 0. You can say, students, 6M is equal to 5M plus 50. If it goes the other side, students, 6M minus 5M, 1M equals to 50. So my answer is 50. You can even go by trial and error and say, students, see, originally they are doing 60 days, now they are taking 50 days, right? Students, I can tell you directly also like this. Number of days originally 60, number of days now 50 means students 6:5 is the number of days. If number of days come down, number of men will increase. Number of men comes down, number of days will increase. So days and men are inverse relation. You know that. If days are 60:50 or 6:5, men will be 5:6. See, 5:6. In your mind, you can say that without writing. I'm saying men will be, if days are 60 and 50, 6:5, men will be 5:6. But you know, second case, how many men extra, how many shares extra? 5 and 6, one share extra. 5 parts, 6 parts in this ratio, one share or one part extra. But how many men extra? 10 men. So one share is 10 men means 5 shares will be 50 men. Originally I have 50 men. Now I have 6 shares, 60 men. He's asking original men. So I can say 50. Right? So people and days, I'm sure you all can agree with me. More people, you take less days. Less people, you'll take more days. Right? So that is the logic you just do in your mind. No need to write on the paper. But this is the formula. I'm sure everyone who attended time and work might have by hearted this. Otherwise, if you missed the class, just take it. Out of the 4 variables, whatever is there, just substitute, you'll get the answer. Students, this one also do it by LCM approach. See, there is no difference between students. There is no difference between this question or this question, right? This, right? Yeah, there is no difference between either this or this, right? Or the next one, please. Okay, so friends, let's see. A pipe, let's see, let us say 3645. No, take LCM of 3645. Students, 3645 LCM will be 180. 9 4s, 9 5s, it is 180. 9 into 4, 5 into 4, 20 into 9, 180. So let the work be, let the capacity of the tank, students, is LCM is 180. No, so let the work or capacity of the tank is 180 units. So students, X can fill this in how many minutes? 36 minutes means in 1 minute, students, in 1 minute, it will do how much work means 180 by 36, 5 units. Students, Y can do 45 minutes means, students, in 1 minute, it will do 180 by 45, 4 units. If both are open, students, X and Y, how much work will be done means, students, here there is a small issue. X is filling, Y is draining, it is emptying. So that means if in 1 minute, students, X and Y, if they work for 1 minute, what happens? X will fill 5 units, Y will empty 4 units. So you have to write -4, not +4, because it is empty. 5 minus 4, 1 unit job is done, students. How much is done? 1 unit job is done in 1 minute. But now, students, both are opened simultaneously when the tank is empty. But outlet pipe means this Y is closed when the tank is 2/3 filled. Students, you need to understand capacity of the tank is 180 units, we said. If the capacity of the tank is 180 units, full tank, students, if I take 2/3 tank, capacity will be what, students? 2/3 tank capacity will be 2 by 3 into 180. See, 360 is, so 260 is 120. So students, 2/3 capacity is 120 units. Remaining 1/3 will be 60 units. So this 120 units, students, till 2/3 is done, both are working. If both are working, how much time they will take means, in 1 minute, X and Y take 1 unit work. To do 120 units work, it will take 120 by 1. 120 by 1, it will take 120 minutes. Why? Because both X and Y are working here. Now, after this, Y is closed. Only X has to do this. X in 1 minute will do 5 units. To do 60 units, how much time it requires means, students? You can say 60 by 5. You can see, students, 60 by 5. It will take 12 minutes. How many minutes? 12 minutes. For this portion, 120 minutes you are taking. For this portion, how many minutes? 12 minutes. So total how much time you are taking means, students, it will be 132 minutes. How much it is? 130. 12 plus 120, 132 minutes. Why this is happening fast? Because the drain pipe is closed. When it is not emptying 4, it will, all 5 will be filled. In the first case, what happened? It was emptying 4. It is filling 5. It is emptying 4. Means net only 1 unit work is done. 1 minute, 1 unit means 120 units, 120 minutes. After that, 60 units only Y X is completing. Y is not there. So X will take 60 by 5, 12 minutes. 12 plus 120, 132 minutes. Yes, good, Kashyap. Take that, please. We'll go to the next question. Right. Now, friends, this is about right angle triangles area. Students, right angle isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means two sides are equal. Students, if you take right angle isosceles triangle, okay, come on, quick. Done? Right. Now, students, right angle isosceles triangle means this is the hypotenuse, students. These two are equal. If this is x, this is x. Students, automatically hypotenuse will be root 2x. Why? You know, students, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Side is x if I assume. X square plus x square, 2x square is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is 2x square means hypotenuse is equal to root of 2x square, that is root 2 into x. But now, students, area of right angle isosceles triangle means area is nothing but half base into height. Base is x, height is also x. Students, area half into x equals to, students, how much it is, please? 100. Students, x square is equal to 2 into 100. Students, x is equal to, students, square root of 2 into 100. Students, root 100 is 10. Root 100 is 10 into root 2. 10 root 2. So, student, this is 10 root 2. This is also 10 root 2. But then what is this? Root 2 into x means root 2 into 10 root 2 means, students, root 2 into root 2, 2, it is 20. He is asking perimeter. Perimeter means what? Sum of the three sides, students. You can see, students, 10 root 2 plus 10 root 2. Students, 10 root 2 plus 10 root 2 plus 20. See, 10 root 2 plus 10 root 2 is 20 root 2. 20 root 2 plus 20. Or if I take 20 common, this will be my answer. If I take 20 common, it will be root 2 plus 1. Yeah. Okay, students, please note down. Right, please. Students, what is the ratio of area of a square to that of regular hexagon? Both are inscribed in a circle. Students, in a circle, if I inscribe a square, what happens? Let me tell you first. Students, if I inscribe a square, students, this is the diameter of the circle, that is 2r. Students, diameter of the circle will be equal to diagonal of the square. Diagonal of the square. So, students, diagonal of the diameter of the circle is 2r. will be equal to diagonal of the square means I'm sure you know root 2s. Diagonal of a square is root 2 into side. So hence students, what is the side of the square here means students, root 2 comes here, 2r by root 2. Root 2 comes here, 2r by root 2. Root 2 times, it is root 2 into r. Student, this is about square. Now students, if you take a circle, students, if a hexagon is inscribed in it, students, if you take this is hexagon, students, hexagon is nothing but 6 equated triangles. The radius of the circle, students, the radius, see, the hexagon means all side, this is equated triangle. So if this is the side of hexagon, this is also a, this is also a. So students, here, what we say students is that the radius of the circle, students, radius of the circle will be students equals to side of hexagon. See, the radius of the circle will be equal to, this is also side of the hexagon, side of hexagon. So radius of the circle R is equal to students side of the hexagon A. So now students, A is equal to R. Now he is asking area of a square means students, area of a square formula is, area of a square students is S square, formula is S square. Formula is S square. So root 2R whole square. I repeat, it is root 2R whole square. Students, area of a hexagon formula is students, as I said, hexagon is 6 equated triangles. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equated triangles. Area of hexagon will be students. I repeat, area of hexagon is 6 equated triangles. 6 into root 3, 6 into root 3 by 4 a square, because you know area of equal triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. Hexagon will be 6 equal triangles. That's why formula is 6 into root 3 by 4 a square. So that is 6 into students root 3 by 4. I'm sorry, root 3 by 4. A square means A is nothing but R square. I want the ratio, please. I want the ratio means try to find the ratio of these two. You can see students, this is 2R square. Student, this is 2R square. This is 6 into, I'm sorry, root 3 by 4. 6 into root 3 by 4 R square. Students, R square gets cancelled. 2 ones, 2 twos means students. If I write it here, if I write it here, students, let us say it is 1 is to 2 root 3. Sorry, this is, I'm sorry, 2 threes. I said this is 2 threes. So it will be students 3 root 3 by 4. Students, 1 is 1. I'm sorry, 3 root 3 by 4. Students, 1 is to 3 root 3 by 4 means 4 comes here. It will be 4 is to 3 root 3. 1 is to 3 root 3 by 4 means if you multiply both of them with 4, it will be 4 is to 3 root 3. I repeat, 1 is to 3 root 3 by 4. Multiply this with 4. First term with 4, second term with 4. What happens? 4 gets cancelled. 4 gets cancelled. My answer will be 4 is to 3 root 3. Right. So the key point is students, this is the key points rather. Whenever a square is in the circle, diameter of the circle will be equal to diagonal of the square. Whenever a hexagon is in the circle, radius of the circle will be equal to side of the hexagon. Once you know these two, rest all will be calculation, please. Note down. Right, students. Let's go to question number 20. Students, volume of a cone formula is 1/3 pi r square h. Here, students, radius is equal to half of the height means, students, or I can say radius is equal to half of the altitude means h will be equal to 2r. If I substitute it here, 1/3 into pi into r square into h means 2r means it is finally 2/3 into pi into r cube. This is the volume. Now, this is about volume. This is equal to, student, this is equal to what he says, 1/3 of the volume of the sphere. Students, 1/3 of the volume of the sphere. What is the volume of the sphere formula? 4/3 pi r cube. Let me say radius of the sphere is capital R cube, because you should not get confused with this r and this. So students, here this 2/3 pi r cube equals to, see, 2/3 pi r cube equals to 1/3 into 4/3 into pi into r cube. Students, you can see they are equal, please. You can say pi gets cancelled, 1/3 gets cancelled, 1/2 gets cancelled. Students, if I bring this side, r cube by r cube will be equal to 2/3. So r by r will be, students, you are finding cube root. It will be cube root of 2 by cube root of 3. Right? So students, I repeat, volume of, I don't know, Prithviraj, you said for previous question or this question. So let me just explain this again. Volume of a cone formula is 1/3 pi r square h. You are asking for this question or previous one? So 1/3 pi r square h. So students, volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h, but height is, the radius is half of the height. Radius is half of the height means height is equal to 2r. If height is equal to r, if we substitute, it is 2/3 pi r cube. Right? You haven't answered me, Prithviraj. So next, students, coming back to this is equal to this volume of this core is equal to, students, equal to 1/3 of volume of a sphere. Volume of a sphere formula is 4/3 pi r cube. Okay. So 2/3 pi r cube equals to 1/3 of 4/3 pi r cube means, if you simplify, students, you get r cube by r cube means radius of the cone by volume, r cube of the cone by r cube of the sphere will be 2/3. But you are asking radius of the cone to radius of the sphere, r by r will be cube root of 2 by cube, because it's 2/3. That is r cube and r cube. But I want r and r means you have to find cube root. Cube root of 2 by cube root of. Done? Right, please. Done. Let's go to the next one, please. Students, if you see a cone, students, if you take a cone, this is the base of the cone. Base of a cone is nothing but circle, friends. The area of the base of the cone is 36 pi means, students, this is base of the cone is pi r square. Pi r square is equal to 36 pi means pi gets cancelled, r square is 36 or r is equal to 6. Students, radius of this base is 6. And students, the slant height is 10. This is 10. So now what is this mean, students? This is called vertical height. How much it is means, students, a right angle triangle. I'm sure you can calculate, it will become 8. I'm sure you know right angle triangle triplets 3, 4, 5. You double them 6, 8, 10. This is the sides of right angle triangle. When I know this is 6 and 10, you should say this is 8. Otherwise, what you do, friends, if you want to find height, I can say like this, h square plus 6 square, because side square plus side square is hypotenuse square, that is 10 square. You simplify, you get h is equal to 8. You see, 10 square is 100 minus 36. 100 minus 36 is 64, which is 8. Right? So height is 8. Now students, what is the volume of the cone? Volume of the cone, students, is, volume of the cone will be 1/3 pi r square h, 1/3 pi into r square 6 square into height 8. Okay, this is the volume of the cone. Students, whenever something is remolded, something is melted, something is cast into something else, or melted and formed into something else, or molded into something else, means volume of this original one should be equal to volume of the new figure you are getting. The new figure is sphere. So this volume of the cone must be equal to volume of the sphere, students, because you are framing, you're molding this cone to sphere, means volume of the melted should be equal to volume of the formed. But what is the volume of the sphere formula? I'm sure, as I said just now in the previous question, volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. See, 3 gets cancelled, pi gets cancelled. Students, you can see 4 2s. Students, it will be 6 square, means, students, I can write 3 square into 2 square into 2 is equal to r cube. Students, if I take r cube, I write it here, equals to 2 square into 2 cube into 3 square 9. So r is equal to, students, cube root of 2 cube into 9 means cube root of 2 cube will be 2 into cube root of 9. So my answer is choice 2. Okay, am I clear, students? Any doubt? Right, okay, let's go to the next one, please. Students, a regular copper sheet with dimensions of 60 and 44 is rolled into a cylinder. Students, if you see, there is a paper like this. If you see, student, there is a paper like this. This is a sheet. Let's say this is 60 centimeters. If I'm clear, students, this is 60 centimeters. This is 44 centimeters. So now when I fold it, am I making it as a cone like this? But which side I'm making? Which will be height? The smaller side will be the height, or the longer side will be the height? You have to see. If you see, students, the question says such that the bigger side becomes the height. So bigger side, see, this should become height, means, students, see, this should become height, means, how do you, this should become height. So the bigger side is going to be height, please. This is the height. So how are you going to fold? This should be height, means, students, you see, if you're, I'll fold it like this. So the smaller side will become, students, see, the bigger side is going to be height, students. See, the bigger side is going, instead of folding like this, you should fold it like this. You should fold it like this. See, if you fold it like this, students, you can see here, students, I hope it's visible. Students, if you fold it like this, what happens? The bigger side is becoming height, smaller side is becoming the base perimeter there. So friends, when you fold it like this, like a cylinder, what happens is, students, this smaller side, what I have, will become base perimeter now. It will become base perimeter. So this will be 2 pi r, this will be 44. And students, the bigger side becomes the height. So 60 is the height. Students, you can see height is 60, okay, but what is the radius of the cylinder, please? I said this 44 is going to be base perimeter 2 pi r. 2 pi r is 44, means, students, you can say 2 into 22 by 7 into r is 44, means, you see, 2 22 is 44, 44 gets cancelled, r is going to be 7. R is 7. Students, H is 60. R is 7. Now he is asking what is the volume of the cylinder. What is the volume of cylinder formula? Pi r square H is the volume of cylinder. So pi is 22 by 7. Students, R square, R is 7, 7 into 7 into height is 60. You can say 7 gets cancelled. 22 into 7, 154. 154 into 60 will be 9240. Is that clear, students? You have to be clear about whether the smaller side is going to be height or larger side is the height is the if larger side is becoming height, smaller side will become base perimeter. Or if smaller side is going to be the height, larger side will become base perimeter. Right? Right, please note down. Any question? Students, it's so simple. It is such a simple question. Again, we are going back to ratios. See, I'm getting 840 more interest because I'm getting how much interest extra? If it is invested at 18% than 12%. So that means how much extra interest you get per year. Instead of investing at 12%, if you invest at 18%, you will get 840 more. For how many years? For 2 years means, students, how much extra rate you are getting? Extra rate is 6% per annum. For 1 year, 6% extra means for 2 years, it will be 12% extra. The 12% is 840, please. 12% of the principal is 840. You can say 1270s. Principal is 7,000. I repeat, I'm getting 840 more if interest is 18% instead of 12%. Instead of 12, if I take 18, I get 6% extra per year. Like that, for 2 years, I'll get 12% more. But I'm getting 840 more. So 12% worth is 840. So what is this one? Sorry, 7,000. Right, students? Again, this is also same thing, please. Students, you know, M1 D1, I told you some time back, equals to M2 D2. A group of X men complete a work in 120 days. X into 120. M2 is what? If there were 20 men less means, originally I'm taking X men, now 20 men less means X minus 20. The work could have taken 60 days more. 60 days more means 180 days. You are taking 120 days, now we are taking 60 days more means 180 days. You can see, students, 62, 63s. Again, 2x is equal to, students, 3x minus 60. If x comes here, 3x minus 2x, 1x is equal to 60 comes here, 60. What is x value means 60. I can say directly also like this, students. Days wise, if you look at, students, originally I have 120 days. 120. Now I have 60 days more means 180 means you can say 2:3. If number of days is 2:3, number of men will be, students, 3:2. How much it is? 3:2. The difference is 1 share. 3:2 difference is 1 share, but difference is 20 men. If 1 share is 20 men, 3 shares will be 60 men. Originally I have 60 men. You need X value, that is originally 60 men. Good, Kaushik. This is by the formula, this is by ratio. Done? Yeah, last question, students. Simple. Let's take length, breadth, height of room are in the ratio 6:3:5 means, let it be, students, you can take some number, you can take X, doesn't matter, because you need only percentage. If I take 6x, you can take breadth is 3x, height is 5x. What do you mean by cost of painting the 4 walls, please? Cost of painting 4 walls means you have to find lateral surface area, whose formula is area of 4 walls means, students, lateral surface area, which is 2h into L plus B. 2 into, students, h is 5x into L is 6x, B is 3x. You can see, students, 2x, 2 into 5x, 10x. This is 9x. 10x into 9x, it is 90x square. This is original one. This is originally. Now what happens, students? If length halves, the new length is half of this, please. 6x by 2, 3x. What about new breadth, please? The breadth triples. 3x, no? 3x into 3, it is 9x. The height, students. What about height? Height also halves. Height becomes half, means 5x by 2, it becomes. Now, students, what is the lateral surface area formula? You said 2h into L plus B. Students, 2 into h is 5x by 2 into L plus L is how much? 3x. Come on, please. 2h into L plus B. I repeat, this is how much? Sorry, 1 second. 10x into 9x, 90x square. Now, how much is it? Breadth triples, length halves. So it is length becomes 3x, and students, breadth is becoming half. Okay, we'll see that. Right, please. 2, this is 9x. If I take 2 gets cancelled. 9x plus 3x, 12x into 5x. Students, it is 60x square. It is 90x square, it is 60x square, means how much it is coming down? 30x square is the decrease. From where? From 90 into 100 means, students, 33 is 1 by 3. Student, this is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means 33.33% or 33 1 by 3%. My answer is choice 2. Am I clear? Area of 4 walls is called cost of painting, means area of 4 walls or lateral surface area, please. Okay, so that is about this paper, students. Now I will take your questions. Yeah, can you just tell me what are the question numbers you asked me once? Type it. Whoever asked me questions earlier. Yes, students. Some of you asked out, no? Twenty-fourth question. Okay. So 24th question, Preetham, is what? It is M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2. I told you sometime back, same question. We had same question before. I said M1 D1 H1 by W1, M1 D1 H1 by W1, right, equals to M2 D2 H2 by W2 formula, I said. So if whatever is there, you take it, I said. Here men and days are there. X men, they take 120 days. 20 men less means X minus 20 men, they take 60 days more, means 120 plus 6, 180. M1 D1, X into 120 is equal to X minus 20 into 180. That's what I said. One more thing, what I said, 120 days, 180 days, days are in the ratio 2:3, means days and people are inverse relation, right? Days and their inverse relation means the number of days are 2:3, means number of men is 3:2. Difference is 1 share, but difference between 3 parts and 2 parts, 1 part. Difference between the men is 20 men. 1 part is 20 men, means originally I have 3 parts, which is 60 men. This is logical way of doing it without writing. Okay, so that's about 24th question.